All right, let me, someone who doesn't know how to manual, teach you how to manual. We're gonna learn together. All right, so I've been riding like 15 years or so, and there's one thing I've always wanted to do, but never taken the time to learn how to do it. And that thing is manualing. I've always loved riders who could just like manual down a trail, just like so much style, so much steez, it looks so effortlessly. I've always wanted to do that, but just never been able to, never taken the time to actually learn how to manual and practice it. And today we're gonna do that. And hopefully you guys are gonna be able to learn right along with me on how to manual. I know the techniques on how to manual, I've just never actually put it all together and tried. I've been trying for about 15 minutes now before this, and it's pretty hard. I'm already pretty tired, my back hurts, my legs hurt. The few things you gotta remember are, we're not actually pulling back on the handlebars. We're pretty much gonna like pump down, push forward, and lean back. So basically you're pushing your bike away from you as you lean back over the rear axle. Don't pull towards you on your handlebars. You just wanna push the bike away from you and lean back. Leaning back, that's the thing I struggle with the most, is leaning back far enough. You have to remember, like, your pivot point is your back axle. So you have to have more weight over that back axle than is in front of it. So whatever weight your bike is, you have to have more over. And like, if you push back, that's pretty far. Like, my arms are fully extended and I'm just barely over the rear axle. So that's gonna be the trick, is having enough confidence to lean back that far without being afraid of looping out. And that is tip number one of what you have to do to learn how to manual, is not be a bitch. I'm already breaking that rule, because rather than going on concrete, I'm gonna go on grass, because I'm afraid if I loop out, I'm gonna fall on concrete. But when I say don't be a bitch, I mean you have to actually commit and lean back far enough. If you just half-ass it, you're not gonna get it. You gotta commit, lean all the way back, don't be a bitch. I know it's hard, I'm one too, don't worry. Like I said, doing it on grass, not concrete. So we got don't be a bitch. Squat down and push your bike away as you lean back, all in one fluid motion. And you gotta be back further than the rear axle. So then the other thing you wanna be doing as well is hovering over your rear brake, because if you actually lean back far enough to the point where you're gonna loop out, you wanna be able to tap that brake and bring your front end back down. And then if you ever do actually get a sustained manual, that brake is how you're gonna feather yourself. You're gonna use your back brake and then your hips to kind of like push you back the other way to kind of balance each other back and forth. Sounds easy in theory, not really, but it's a lot harder than it looks. So let's try some. Manualing is a great technique to develop. Whether you're just manualing through some rollers to keep up your speed, or you're throwing in a little bit of extra style going down the trail to show off to your friends. Did I mention how tired I am? How much my back hurts? My lower back. This is actually really hard in your lower back. I've gotten it a few times now, just from practicing, where I have to actually hit the rear brake because I get the balance actually, or like I get far enough to swing the balance backwards. I find the times that I've actually gotten it is when I like forcefully push the bike out in front of me. Not just kind of like push back as I lean back, but like literally like push it like hard and lean back, all in one big fluid motion. So I would say like the push forward is way more critical than it probably seems. See that? I actually got that one pretty good. The next big thing is side-to-side balance, which I have horrible side-to-side balance on, but that was a good confidence booster. So that time I really focused on squatting down and pushing out all in one motion. That's the big key. It's not just leaning back. Leaning back is a big part, but the other parts are just as important. I ended up practicing this for about an hour, and I only maybe got about 6 that I could call any bit of progress. After watching back the clips, it's pretty obvious that I'm not leaning far back enough, and I'm also not leaning down low enough. My legs are fully extended, giving me no range of motion to correct anything, and I just really need to get lower and further back. I should mention, I'm doing this on like an extra large 29er Enduro bike, so probably not the best thing to learn on because it's so long, but starting to get a few more each time. Oh man. That feeling though, once you gotta get that balance point, oh, it feels so good. Like, so good. Oh God, I want it so bad. I hope this whole video is not just me trying to manual, because that's really lame. It's probably gonna be most of it, but I'll give it a little bit more here. It's starting to get dark, I'm getting pretty hungry. My lower back is really sore. Just like, when you're out of shape and fat, like it really hurts your obliques, is that what it is? Like the lower back, kidneys, and the side of my ribs, they are sore. This isn't a skill that can be learned in one night. It's going to take many days of practicing, going out and just slowly focusing on how to do this. I'm hopeful that one day I'll be able to get it, as it's always been a dream of mine to be able to manual down the trail and just looks so stylish. All right, I'm pretty beat. It's been like an hour of this. It's definitely not something you just learn in one night and you're good. It's going to take some practice and coming back to, but as someone who doesn't know how to manual, I hope I can try to help you guys learn how to manual as well. Like I said, the big takeaways are you got to commit, you got to get that punch down, forward and lean back all in the same motion, and like really push forward and extend the bike away from you. Don't just kind of, you know, lightly roll it in front of you. Really push forward. Keep practicing, that's a big one too. It's definitely one that takes practice. But like I said, 15 years of riding, never bothered to once do this. So if I'm gonna do this once or twice a week, hope I can finally get it, because I got a good couple that were like a good second or two of up there. So I think now I'm just too tired, so it's not happening. But once again, like the video, subscribe if this is helping you out. Let me know in the comments if this is helping you or if you have any tips on how to manual, because I could kind of use them. But hope we can learn this all together. So we'll see you all next time.